humans and future AI overlords. There have been some big updates in Bard, and I am really excited to explore it. So this is all new to me. I am using Safari, and I'm at bard.google.com, and I'm already noticing some really cool stuff. But let's click on the what's new with Bard, and let's just look through the list here. So it's saying Bard is available in new places and languages. So what Bard is now available in over 40 languages, including Arabic, Chinese, German, Hindi, Spanish, and more. Awesome. We have also expanded access to more places, including 27 countries in the European Union and Brazil. That's fantastic. I know people across the world have been like, I want to get access to this. So why? Bard is global and intended to help you explore possibilities. Our English, Japanese, and Korean support helped us learn how to launch languages responsibly, enabling us to support the majority of language coverage on the internet. That is fantastic. So I'm excited about Bard being more widely available. And wow, 40 new languages, that's incredible. All right, the next item, Google Lens and Bard. Wow, so I love Google Lens. When Google Lens came out, I was using that app to take pictures of everything. So you can upload images alongside your text in your conversations with Bard, allowing you to boost your imagination and creativity in completely new ways. To make this happen, we're bringing the power of Google Lens into Bard, starting with English. So images are a fundamental part of how we put our imaginations to work. Absolutely. So we've added Google Lens to Bard. Whether you want more information about an image or need inspiration for a funny caption, now you have even more ways to explore and create with Bard. Now that sounds very cool. All right, so Bard can read your responses out loud. That is so wonderful. So we've added text-to-speech capabilities in Bard in over 40 languages, including Hindi, Spanish, and US English. So that is really fantastic. So they're not only adding more languages, they're adding basically the text-to-speech, which is great. So sometimes hearing something aloud helps you bring an idea to life in new ways, beyond reading it. Listening to responses and seeing what it helps you imagine and create, that's true. And even if, let's say you don't know how to pronounce something, if you can help with that, that'd be fantastic. All right, okay, this is what I noticed in the new interface. So, pinned in recent threads. This is fantastic. I mean, ChatGPT's had this for a while. Bing has had this as well, but now you can pick up where you left off with past Bard conversations and organize them according to your needs. We've added the ability to pin conversations, rename them, and have multiple conversations going on at once. That is stellar. That's been sort of like the missing piece for me in the experience with using Bard, but this is wonderful. So the best ideas take time and sometimes multiple hours or days to create. Keep your threads and pin your most critical threads to keep your creative process flowing. That's awesome. Because I've always felt like when I have a conversation with Bard, I got to do it now because it's going to disappear. I can go back and look at questions and history, but I don't get to see the conversation. So this is fantastic. Share your Bard conversation with others. We've made it easier to share part, that's good, or all of your Bard chat with others. Shareable links make seeing your chat and any sources just a click away, so others can seamlessly view what you created with Bard. That is really cool. I mean, I've been mostly kind of like collaborating with Bard, just Bard and I. So that'll be cool to pull other people and share that, and collaborate with others inside of Bard. I think that's going to be really cool. So it's hard to hold a new idea. It's hard to hold back a new idea sometimes. It is so hard to hold back a new idea. I mean, when I've got a new idea, I want to share it. So we want to make it easier for you to share your creations, to inspire others, unlock your creativity, and show your collaboration process. That is great. No, and that whole conversation process is super cool. So I love it. Modify Bard's responses. So we're introducing 5 new options to help you modify Bard responses. Just tap each response, simpler, longer, shorter, more professional, or more casual. Oh, interesting. So, okay, that's cool. I'm looking forward to, kind of trying that out. So when a response is close enough but needs a tweak, we're making it easier to get closer to your desired creation. Simpler, longer, shorter, more professional, or more casual. You know what? I like the more casual, but I totally get it. And I feel like that will definitely, allow people to customize a little bit more. The last one, export Python code to Replit. We're continuing to expand Bard's export capabilities for code. You can export Python code to Replit in addition to Google Colab, which is super cool. Google Colab, I love it. Streamline your workflow and continue your programming tasks by moving Bard interactions into Replit. I think that is fantastic. Now let's just jump into Bard. So first off, wow. So I'm just gonna say, hello Bard, how are you? And let's see how Bard's doing. So we've got this magical little listen here. I'm gonna click it.
Hi there, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. I am excited to be able to help people with their tasks and creative projects. How are you doing today?
Wow, like giving Bard a voice is so awesome. I absolutely love this. I've wanted this for a while, and hopefully they'll give us ways to customize and stuff like that. But that is a great default voice. Like sometimes you get like these horrible voices, or you get lots of choices, but they're like so awful just in general. So, but that is absolutely fantastic. I'm like floored. It's bringing that humanity into it. And here we go. We've got, a recent chat here, and it looks like this is where I could pin the chat. I'm pinning it because it's my first spoken chat with Bard, and that's just super freaking cool. I love it. So, all right. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a new chat. And, okay. So one good point here is, so we've got our typical, I'm Bard, your creative, helpful collaborator. I have limitations and won't always get it right, but your feedback will help me improve. I love their openness about that. Not sure where to start. You can try. They've got options there. And then they even integrate that, or you can pick up where you left off, and it's got the pin right there, which is cool. But they've got this new posting here, information posting. Human reviewers may process your Bard conversations for quality purposes. Don't enter sensitive info. Never enter sensitive info. We've talked about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the learn more here, and it's going to take us, okay, so it looks like it's taking us into the Bard help, but right here, why is human review of my Bard conversation required? So Google uses conversations from Bard users to improve Bard so we can make it safer, more helpful, and work better for all users. Human review is a necessary step of the model improvement process. Through their review, rating, and rewrites, humans can augment Bard's responses and enable quality improvements. We take a number of precautions to protect your privacy during this human review process. Conversations that reviewers see are not associated with any user accounts. We pick a random sample from such human review, and only a portion of all Bard conversations are reviewed. For instance, our trained human reviewers look at conversations to assess their quality related to the input prompt, determine if the Bard response is low quality, inaccurate, or harmful. From there, trained evaluators suggest higher quality responses in line with a defined set of policies. And these are used as fine-tuning data to provide Bard a better data set to learn from so it can produce responses in the future, produce improved responses in the future. So it's great. I think it's great. I know it's scary to have human reviews, and that's been historically an issue that's kind of triggered a lot of people, is having humans look at your content. But that's where you definitely need to make sure you're not inputting personal information. It is very important. So anyway, it's good that that's the thing I do like about Bard, is they're highlighting the issues and stuff like that. So now it mentioned Google Lens and Bard. So I'm going to ask, how do you use Google Lens? And let's see, I may have been too vague in that. It may be asking me so Google Lens is a powerful tool. So it's talking about Google Lens, identifying objects, translating text, exploring locales of our product, finding those. So, and then here's steps, to use a Google Lens app and stuff like that. So I was definitely not clear enough. So I want to say, how does Bard use Google Lens? This is where prompting needs to be clear. And I do have to tell you that, it's so important. So Bard uses Google Lens to provide more informative and comprehensive answers to your questions. When you ask Bard a question that includes an image, Bard will use Google Lens to analyze the image and extract the information from it. This information can then be used to improve the quality of Bard's answer. For example, if you ask Bard, what is this plant? And include a picture of a plant, Bard will use Google Lens to identify the plant. This image can then be used to provide you with more detailed information about the plant, such as its name, scientific name, common uses, and care requirements. That is amazing. I remember seeing like that's been one of those use cases that Google Lens is like really powerful. So here are some other ways Bard uses Google Lens. So identifying objects. If you ask Bard a question about an object in an image, Bard will use Google Lens to identify the object. The information can therefore then be used to provide you with more detailed information about the object, such as its name, purpose, and history. Translate text. If you ask Bard a question about text in an image, Bard will use Google Lens to translate text. This information can then be used to provide you with a translation of the text or help you to understand the text in the original language. Find similar images. I mean, this is definitely like kind of a search feature. If you ask Bard a question about an image, Bard will use Google Lens to find similar images on the web. This information can then be used to help find more information about the image or to find other images you might be interested in. So yeah, that definitely helps, and I think that is fantastic. So if I click the plus here, this is the upload file, and I can upload a JPEG, a PNG, and a WebP. So let's grab this image here, which is a plant, and my prompt is going to be, what is this plant? It's thinking, and now it says this plant is a pothos, also known as a devil's ivy or money plant. It's a popular houseplant. Yep, that's absolutely correct. And I love how it provides a description. If you're interested in caring for the plant, here's some tips. Keep the top. So I could have used this. I kill plants. It's just not a thing. I don't keep live plants because I just kill them, but maybe this is something I could do. I need to basically ask, look, and I've killed cactus. I've tried to get those robust plants, but anyway, so it's got some great feedback here on caring for your plant, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So let's see here, I'm going to ask it, I'm going to upload another image and see if I can identify what kind of cloud is this? This cloud, the cloud in the image is a cumulonimbus cloud. Cumulonimbus clouds are the largest and most vertically developed clouds on Earth. In Earth's atmosphere, they're associated with thunderstorms and can produce heavy rain, snow, and hail, lightning, and sometimes tornadoes. And I've seen so many of these clouds. This is a picture I took, and we've been getting lots of rain in Florida, lots of like crazy lightning and thunderstorms. It's kind of been insane, but I love rainy days. I love overcast days. I love thunderstorms. I come from the Midwest, and I just like rain. The anvil-shaped top of the cloud is formed by strong winds. I love how it gives this background. And even a warning: if you see a cumulonimbus cloud, it's best to take shelter indoors. I do have to say, I've taken a picture. Like, this is a picture, I think early before a rainstorm kind of hit, and we've had some serious crazy thunderstorms. But anyway, I think that is fantastic. So let's take a look and see. I want to upload another image, and I'm going to go with this one and say, what is this? Now, this is an image I got off Wikipedia. The image you sent me is of the United States Capitol Building, Washington, D.C. It's the seat of the United States Congress and the legislative branch of the federal government. The Capitol Building is a beautiful example of neoclassical architecture and is one of the most iconic buildings in the world. Yes, this is wonderful. Look at the background on it, on the Capitol Building design. you know, and it's a popular tourist attraction. That's fantastic. But yes, it definitely identified that correctly, and is wonderful. Um, I'm going to see if it can identify another image location. Just ask it very openly, what is this? I've uploaded my picture. The image you sent me is of a hotel with a lake in the front of it. The hotel is located in Orlando, Florida. It is called Marriott's Harbor Lake. Now, what I find interesting is it's clearly doing some lookups here, and this is not Marriott's Harbor Lake. This is an apartment complex that I live in, and you know, but the lakefront, you know, so it's what I love about it is it's clearly keying off some similar characteristics, but it's definitely not accurate. But I mean, it's accurate from the standpoint of the location. Let's take a look at another photo. Let's see, what is this? I just want to tell you, double rainbows are awesome. I've seen a lot of double rainbows lately. They say that climate change is causing more rainbows, which is kind of sad that destruction of our climate is causing rainbows. But anyway, the image you sent me is of a rainbow. A rainbow is an optical phenomenon that is caused by sunlight refracting through water droplets in the atmosphere. Rainbows are typically seen in the sky after a rain shower, but they can also be seen in other places such as waterfalls and fountains. And yes, absolutely. So I really like this. This is, it definitely, you know, recognized the object. Let's see if it can recognize a slightly different version. So we have a natural rainbow, and now we have the image you sent me is of a rainbow on a white background. It's a realistic rainbow clip art, which means that it is a digital image that has been created to look like a real rainbow, and it's perfect. I love how it's, you know, it's identified the difference between a real one and a digital one. I think that's fantastic. I want to give it something that might be a little, let's see what it thinks this is. And if any of you have visited the Epcot, you'll know exactly what this is. This image is of a statue of a princess made of flowers. The statue is located at Epcot, International Flower and Garden Festival at Walt Disney World. So it clearly recognizes the images, recognizes the location, identifies. So that is fantastic. So Google Lens in Bard, 2 thumbs up. That is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love that. So I am absolutely thrilled with the updates from Bard today. I mean, it's more globally available, which is going to be great because one, more people have access, which is great. More people will be using it, which will hopefully improve it and make it better. More languages means, you know, some great maybe improvements around translation, and which is great. The Google Lens feature in Bard is amazing. The ability to read out content is just stellar. So let me actually go down here and just...
The image you sent me is of a statue of a princess made of flowers. The statue is located at the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida.
That is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, and it looks like, we have the drafts option and regenerate drafts. So there's different drafts you can pick here. But I absolutely love, so it looks like here's the modify response. So if I wanted to actually go in and, so this is where I can change it to shorter, longer, simpler, more casual. So why don't we change it to shorter? So it's going to rethink the response. Yep. The image you sent me is of a topiary of a princess at Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival at Walt Disney World. Yep, that is great. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to say, I'm going to actually say longer. See how much longer it makes it. Maybe it makes it brings it back to the original link that it provided. But this is super fantastic. I love that customization. So basically, it brought us back to what we had before, was the longer response. Let's see here. Let's do a more professional. Let's see what it says for more professional. Because I feel like Bard is very professional sounding, typically. So it looks like this is the more professional response. And then if I want to say more casual, let's see how that behaves. But I think these are great features so that you can, so, yep. So, I mean, it feels like still very similar, but definitely I feel like this is a huge win for, there are times when I tell the bot, make this response shorter, make this response longer, make this response, talk to me like you're I'm a 5-year-old. But yeah, no, this is wonderful. So thank you very much for joining me today and checking out these incredible new capabilities. I'm going to pin the Google Lens response because I think it's amazing. And I hope you have a wonderful day.